Hey everybody, Ironman here. Thanks for tuning in to Kenshi, Birth of a Hive. So last episode, we are getting ready for a bit of a war, but I'm actually going to slightly change gears and change one of the things, or what I am exactly doing, I should say. But before I go and do that, there are some home tasks that I need to attend to. So the chief amongst them is to recruit my 3 new fog that are probably very hungry and locked up. And also to deliver some of the food that I just grabbed so that all of the animals that I have got here that are currently starving, as you can see, are able to eat. So I did go on a bit of a hunt. It was relatively easy to absolutely decimate a huge amount of Garu. But here we go. We've got food aplenty for everybody up here, and more left over. Red Rain and Thorns, I'm going to have them head over and drop off the animal skins as well. And then another thing I wanted to do is to have Queen head over to the prison and offload. Oh, someone in the Keepers is being attacked. Wait, where? What? Oh, there you are. Alright, you guys take them. Oh, this babbler's going to be very dead. Which actually brings me to my first suggestion that I received. Michael mentioned that I ought to get a item furnace. So I'm going to put the item furnace right on next to the corpse furnace. And this is so that any of the intruders that come at us, I can just sort of decimate. Then another one I'm going to do is farming. I'm going to go into the well here and build a well all the way out here. And this is so that the new recruits can do some athletics training more easily. Yeah, Babbler, you are unbelievably in the wrong spot. Okay, so we have Voltenna and Lysis, or Lycus, or something like that. Voltenna exists in Vanilla Kenshi. Lysis does not. Or Lycus does not. Because Reactive Worlds adds him in so that he can trigger the town override for Ocar's Fist. Whereas Voltenna was Ocar's Shield. No, Ocar's Fist, yeah, because Voltenna was Ocar's Shield. Alright. Queen, before I dismiss you, I would like to have you put your electrical components away and maybe put the backpack away as well. Well, I'm not dismissing you, but before I'm going to send her in to do some recruiting, actually. So let me open this door, pop her in here, and close it behind me. So we've got a drone, a Praetorian, and a prince. And I have 3 patrons of mine queued up. So let's start with the prince. Just a quick reminder, I've modified the Recruiting Prisoners mod to allow me to recruit first try. Normally it's 1 in 5 or something like that. So you are going to be named Raptor. Here you are. And I don't know why I need to escape, but yeah, there we are. Next up, neither of them want to talk to me at the moment. Loot. Okay, I'll wait a moment. There is a tumorous club right over there. I can't get out of here. Yeah, no, I know. Here, go pick up the tumorous club. Queen, time to, I guess, sit around a moment and wait for them to want to talk to you. Alright, the animal skins, let's hand these off in case we want more leather or something like that. It doesn't hurt to have a nice supply. Thorns and Red Rain, I'm going to send you down here. Another thing I wanted to do is Skith and Slinky. I'm going to change their current tasks. So Skith and Slinky, you're no longer going to be distillers. Geezer will take over that task. So you two are going to help streamline our steel situation. For now, it's not a permanent job necessarily. What else do I want to do? Raptor, I'm going to have you drop in on a new squad. Put you into the swords so that you can do some athletics training. Oh, the Praetorian wants to talk. They're pretty tall, aren't they? Army Doc, welcome. You're probably, oh yes, you are just about starving to death. And you ate one of my roommate wraps. First thing I want him to do is head over and destroy his loot item. Let's see. Yep, this Fogman doesn't want to talk to us quite yet. Alright, Armadoc. Let's have you switch some squads. Alright. And then the swords will be set up to do some hauling in a minute here. So I'm gonna have all of them hang out in the bar for food purposes, and then we will deploy them in a minute. Thorns and Red Rain. The both of you, let's put the extra raw meat away. We could keep the foul meat on us just for traveling food or something like that. But 104 raw meat. Looks like we have a little bit of a surplus of green fruit, but not quite as much as I might want. All right, please tell me the drone is ready to talk. Oh, yes, you are. All right, little Fogman drone. Who are you? You are going to be named Illamite. Okay, we are going to set you free. And likewise, you are going to switch squads. The first things I want them to train up on is athletics. Because, you know, that's a pretty important thing to train up. I don't really like to lead war groups or anything like that if everybody is super slow. It's kind of frustrating. And then once they have a decent amount of athletics, once they can run a roughly 25, 27 miles an hour, we will cue some strength training for the ones that are going to be combat. And we have some backpacks for them as well. I'm going to have Queen take all the bolts. So, I'm actually changing my mind about where I'm heading to next. Just a little bit. Just making sure that I don't have any severe injuries or anything like that looming. It really wouldn't hurt to just top up, because where I'm headed is not known for being all that safe. And topping up doesn't take very long. I'll just put everyone in bed. You actually do use less food if you're all resting. Alright, so they're all just about resting. As you can see, the animals are satiated and not going to die from malnutrition and malnourishment. It does bring me to another point with Phoenix up here. I think it would be wise to start to grow some extra food so that the ever-growing zoo that I'm due to recruit at some point can be sufficiently fed So I'm going to add in 2 wheat, 2 vegetable, 2 cactus, and then a water tank and a well. And for now, I'm going to have Phoenix help to construct it. And then once it's constructed, you know, he'll be farming that. He's supposed to be one of the ranchers. Okay, Mr. Flathead, I want you to haul to water tank. So he's going to go far and ride around the base and haul water to the water tank, setting up my guys for a bit of a bit of athletics training. Another thing I wanted to do is cash in. Because you're more or less idle when you don't have anyone to treat, I'm going to temporarily have you... Oh, I probably did that wrong. I'm going to temporarily have him make fabrics. Fabrics are essential resources for medic skill. Kind of a cop-out, but we're going to have him process some fabrics because my fabrics are a mite bit low. And the capacity is just about full. Geezer, I'm going to change your biodistillery over from green fruit, wheat straw. Is there another type? Hemp. Yes. All right. So I'm going to remove one of these, wheat straw. And you're going to grab that. And I'm going to put hemp in because I have like 900 hemp. And I might as well process that. Which is going to allow me to make some more food. Basically, my food stocks are dwindling a little bit. And I'd like to not let them drop any further by cranking out some food, cranking out some, fuel that does not require important ingredients. All right. That all looks good. So once these guys, Flathead and Jar, once they can run at about 27 or so, and Armadoc, they'll be all set to do their strength training. Armadoc, I'm going to have you pop over here, and you're just going to grab some food because the Praetorians have a much larger appetite than just about everyone else. So that I'm purely training athletics and not strength, I'm not going to give them any equipment right now because any equipment could encumber them. Now, Jar and Flathead are the really weak ones. The Raptor... Oh, Raptor, yes. You have your kill items. And Illamite, you've got your kill item. Jar and Flathead, you actually have some trash on you. Basic recruit junk that I really, really don't need. And now you can get back to running around and hauling and stuff. So I'm not giving them weapons or anything. Maybe I should. How many edge 2s do I have? Not quite enough yet. Not quite enough yet. I want to do it in one run. Okay, so you're hauling the water tank, and you're getting that all set up. Everybody that was laying here should be all set to go. Wow, somehow Acid, you haven't healed up yet. How you're healing up so slow, I don't know. But we'll have you switch beds, and then we'll get going. Alright, so what is going on here? Let's go march. Everybody fill a carpo. Oh, we also had the... Wasn't there a raid to attack us? So we have Adventurers Guild coming, and then a scrawny Bone Eaters raid that are heading up the coast. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at them. They're trying to swim to my gate. Alright, so let's meet them over there. I almost forgot about them, but not fully. So look at that queued up. So now that I have some new recruits, I want to keep the specialist stuff because I might not have enough masterwork to fill up the queue. Some specialist scout left and rights. Alright, so fine. I will open this gate. I really don't want to have to wait this long. They're so slow. But you can't really attack anyone in the water. Like, you know, when you're swimming, it's not like you can do very much. Oh, you're getting food. How do we not have food to share? Neighbor's like, I'm not going to eat from a backpack. I'm just going to do my thing. That's fine. Red Rain, stop getting stuck on every single little shack. Alright, everyone follow Carpo. Now, Flathead is going to be our executioner. So at some point, he's going to have to execute Lycus and Voltena. Obviously, haven't done that yet. Okay, so these guys are almost in play. It's just a bunch of scrawnies. They're really not going to be much of a challenge for our group. Let's see. Cookie. Keys of cash. I'm trying to think about these farms here. They're obviously not getting proper water. Keepers. Dignus. Scrawny Raid has arrived at my front gate. Cool. Yep, scream meat. That's fine. Just come on through the gate. I swear, we have plenty of meat for you. I'll go look at it in a second. So Dig is operating machine. What do you... You know what occurs to me? He doesn't have a lot of water to even deliver here. Oh, but these no longer need water. He just got it all delivered. Alright, you scrawnies. Could you just attack me already? Because, my goodness, you're taking so long. Let's see how good of a cinematographer I am. It is a very bloody beach. Come on, you can't swim away from me. Yeah, you have to make landfall or I'm just going to shoot you. Alright, you're not going into the gate. Oh, there's a howler over here too. Is he? No, that's not a howler. Oh, this is the Adventurers Guild with the recruits that I sent for. They have only drones and one soldier. Unfortunately, I don't need any of them anymore. I sent for you incorrectly. We are from the... Okay, yep. You see, I'm a little busy. Is Red Rain... Oh, no, he's swimming now. Sort of. Huh. I think they're biting the cannibals while swimming. That's hilarious. I did not know they did that. So, like, look at this, buddy. I'm gonna get you. Oh, thorns, turn around. You can get this one. Yeah, we're biting some of them. I don't know. Alright, we are leaving now. Good. Have a good day. Yes, bye. Taking a look at my health. Other than Red Rain having a few scratches on his head, we're basically untouched. That was unbelievably one-sided. Now, the raids haven't been formally defeated, but, like, there is no way... Oh, even Ozgolo came over here. Was like, hey, let's mess up some little scrawny maggots. Closing the door. And everybody follow Carpo. And Carpo, lead us out. Red Rain, what possibly got you stuck this time? Alright, there we go. They're on their way. So, we have plenty of bread. So, what I'm going to do is... Angel. Let's reset this. Haul to food store. Make... meat wraps. And then when there's no bread, then make bread oven. Haul to the bread basket. Yeah, okay. So she should be making meat wraps now, I think, for our dwindling food supply. I could buy some, but we've got some. Wow. Oh yeah, you're the recruits. 3 drones and a soldier. I feel like they're not officially, but it does feel like they're selling me slaves. I get that feeling. Just how they're laid out and all that. Alright, so we've got a Madmen's Club that we can melt down. That's a corpse furnace, but there we go. Yep. So that's a good idea. Keeping that there. Jay's running over some building components. I'm sending all of the keepers to the front gate. Now, the raid was formally defeated. Oh, someone's getting targeted. But there still is some... Oh, he is super dying. I don't need to worry about that. Well, at least a few masterworks in here. There's 1, 2... Oops. 3... Not a whole lot of them, but that's alright. We've got a bunch of naked people that are training up their athletics. So, we've got need of specialist armor now. You can see one of the little red bubbles. So some of those guys survived. Instead of going around the fog to the east, I'm going to hug west. Oh, you want to, Stupid little howler. Alright, I'm making sure that they all regroup. So we'll just go through the Shrieking Forest. I used to be cautious, more cautious around them because the amount of Shriekers that there were in the forest was a dangerous amount. But now we have a pretty strong crew, and I'm not worried about a howler getting a lucky hit or anything. Of course, with that said, Hella and Frenchie's Ashland hats are not going to absorb a big old bash over the head, so I got to be careful about that. But we definitely are tougher than we once were. So instead of finishing off the Holy Nation, I'm deciding to briefly pivot, as I warned you that I might, to do to work towards one more goal. Dakatist. What can you do for me? So did we loot all the food? No, we left you with a little bit. So I'm in need of fabrics, cotton, and electrical components. Okay. He's just the man on the ground in World's End, trying to make it a nicer, more hospitable place. Apparently I'm not generating enough power. Power output's 15, so yeah, I'm not generating a whole lot of power right now, but I am working on it. But I will also work towards making these beds as well. Rest his weary limbs. Alright, let's poke around and see if there's better backpacks for me to buy. It's part of the reason he's down here is so that he can shop for us. No, wow, there is no such backpack. What about helmets? One of the restrictions we have is that we're not really able to manufacture things that aren't sort of hiver styled. I feel like the shop is closed, and I don't know where the shopkeep is. And sometimes they get pissed at you for trespassing. That's also really not how you sleep. He's sleeping like a dog at the end of the bed. Okay. Well, I must say, no, they have no good helmets. So let's get out of here before we're accused of trespassing. And head on back here. Okay, little light. I'm sort of curious as to why you are falling behind, even though statistically you are faster than the party leader. Is these numbers lie? Not that I know of. Alright, Amerdoc, you're nice and fed. Angel, you're making bread. What kind of raid camp is this? Cannibals, nice. Yeah, you're supposed to be faster than Carpo. Maybe you just got hung up on something. So we've got little nomad village and some other residences around here. Did I walk through the Shrieking Forest without even realizing it? I must have. Huh. They paid me no mind. They probably know what I did to Mad Cat. And they know that they're no match. Well, while we do this, Arella, let me move the animals. So, Boops, Goat, Arella, and Crab. I'm going to move you out of the caravan. And then the caravan here is going to follow Builders again. And Builders, I know that we have some naked people, but they're going to be naked for probably the remainder of this episode and into the next, or the one thereafter. I'm saying this because my money is sort of low-key dwindling. So I'm going to go actually... Oh, that was Masterwork. Dang. I'm going to go sell some of this stuff to the Armor King in hopes of buying some armor that I need off of him. Honey and Cookie, let's have you grab these specialist block and chainmail. Builders. No, Honey. All the Caravaneers. I know there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of Caravaneers here, but I'm not sending them so much into peril like I was last time, so they should be okay. All right, and then we have Heavy Plate. That's Masterwork as well. That could go to Cookie or Honey. So Honey, let's have you grab that. And have you grab the helmet as well. So Honey, you are head to toe. You are fully geared now. Congratulations. Let me mark that off. So Honey, you got Masterwork helmet, armor shirt, and then Cookie, you got armor helmet. Oh no, maybe just armor. No, not even armor. You didn't get any of that. Builders did. Builders got the shirt. Okay. All right, all set. Swarm is being targeted by a lot, but we're walking on through. I don't need to stop for them. So some of you might already know roughly what I'm doing, where I'm going. If you don't, I suspect it will be illuminated soon. So builders, you're just lacking a helmet at this point. I'm just making sure that while people move around, my sheet is updated. So Cookie, you need armor and helmet, but not the shirt. Yeah, okay, got that marked down. Great. It's very pretty around here. It's too bad it's really stupidly infested with big things. Once you're as geared and as strong as this group is, the big things aren't that much of a threat. Unless they catch you with your pants down. But I was going to say pants around your ankles, but as a hiver, we don't really have ankles. So I've got the caravan out as well, and I got to keep track of both those groups. The caravan's just heading over to the Armor King. It's really not that complicated of a task. It's just that they might get waylaid on their way there. Loud ambient. Let's check in with the armor crafter. Maybe there's armors here. I doubt it, but maybe there's armors here that I could use. Most of it is shoddy and just not good enough. Very, very little high grade. I mean, that's sort of the joys of Kenshi, in my opinion. A part of me feels like, yeah, crafting my own gear is awesome, but gear is so rare and hard to come by in this game that the struggle, and this is what I spoke on really early on in the series, that part of the fun of Kenshi is the struggle, and if you steal everything not nailed down and get real wealthy really quickly, a huge amount of the fun of the game evaporates. Curious how much these big things want to die. Nope, they hit Red Rain's foreleg. I'm really not here to kill big things, which is why I'm ignoring them. It's not that I couldn't kill them, it's just that I'm not going to waste time on it. Well, what's chase? Oh, just really little big things. Now, they run incredibly fast. They run faster than most of my guys can run, but they have a wind-up when they attack, which tends to get them to miss. Unless you get stuck in terrain or something like that. They're just being standard territorial. I wandered into their territory and they got all a mite to bit to pissy. Alright, Queen, Is everyone patched up? I'm just going to assume yes. Follow Carpo. How much food do we got? We have an okay amount of food. Oh, was it a Grillo? Yep. We have an okay amount of food, so I'm just going to keep moving on. You know, maybe I'll head to New Crawlia real quick and slap around Crawl's Chosen. So, one of the goals of this series is to befriend the Shek, and I've decided that all of my bounties that are Holy Nation, I'm just going to deal with myself and not turn them over for reputation with the Shek, which, you know, sort of hurts my chances of having them be allies, but there's other ways to make them allies, and that's, I'm alluding to it because I don't want to ruin the surprise if it's a surprise to you, but that's one of the things I'm working on now. How is my... Okay, so my caravan heading to the armor crafter is about halfway through the floodlands. There are iron spiders in the floodlands, so I gotta sort of make sure if they flash that I pay attention. They've had some near misses lately. Almost anyone that has already played Kenshi knows what I'm up to. But I'm not... The jig is not up yet. Even if it is plastered in the middle of my screen right now. Wow, that was a particularly long load. I suppose I have a lot of moving parts. That brings me to a thought. There were some comments about, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you had ambassadors in every city? That would probably set your computer on fire, was the response that I saw, and it's not wrong. This game loads giant swaths of the terrain, and the more people that you have in more places puts more strain on your computer. So if you have a problem running Kenshi, step number one, don't split up. Have everyone stick together in one big group so that you're not loading multiple parts of the terrain all at once. That will be a little bit easier on your CPU. And then, you know, be careful how much zone switching you do, stuff like that. Because you could definitely tax your game until it explodes on you. That I've done plenty of. So we are in a very, very... Oh, someone got stuck. Red Rain. We're in a very sketchy part of the map here. If you can look around and see the number of skimmers and the like. Unknown object. That is pretty much where I'm headed. I just wanted to add that if you haven't really had a lot of Kenshi experience, don't do what I'm doing right now unless you are very, very well set up and ready for it. So one of the advantages of fighting these spiders as Hive is that the weapons that the hiver-styled weapons, tend to have really high bonuses against animals. 50% for the Naginatas, and, oh, well, that's not a hiver weapon. You know, 25% for the heavy polearm, so on and so forth. So we are engineered to murder these spiders, which is not true if you're playing as Shek or humans or something like that. But there are a lot of spiders here, I will say that. So if you aren't able to cut through swarms of spiders, don't come here. This will be your end. Alright. Onwards. I'd like to say it's pretty around here, but... You know, it kind of looks like Oblivion. Kind of looks like the Plains of Oblivion in the Elder Scrolls. A little bit. Just a tinge. And I want to head to that. Up there. You also... Oh, Thorns got stuck. You also have to be careful of being in the water because spiders can be really vicious when you're submerged. unless you're submerged deep enough. Who's attacking this stuff over here? Bunch of bounty hunters. You guys are morons. Stupid bounty hunters. There's a giant bounty on my head, so I don't really have a lot of sympathy for these bounty hunters. Oh, Queen got attacked just a little bit. So, the jig is up. A lot of you probably know where I am and what I'm doing. If you do not, one of the highest bounties in the entire game is here. He is a man called Bugmaster who tames bugs, I guess, which is why there's so many dang bugs. It's actually why this whole zone is called a ratch. Just to make it clear how powerful he is, he has an entire zone dedicated to how strong he is and how powerful he is. So don't come here expecting a breeze. You will expect arachnophobia instead. That's what you'll receive. Now, I don't know what these bounty hunters are doing or whatever else is fighting on over there, but that's not a usual scene. You generally, when you're here alone. Little light. You super fell behind. And this is very much a battle of attrition. You will be worn down by the number of spiders that you have to fight and eventually be fatigued. So one of the things I'm going to do, I'm not going to set up too many camp beds, but I'm going to set up 5. Just to recover some of the worst injuries that I've received. And I'm going to put everyone on hold so they don't go wandering around. That's another important thing to do, is to make sure that that you don't have people wandering around. I'm going to tell the queen to be passive and hold. Tell the rest of my soldiers not to hold. And I don't think I'll be executing any of these spiders, even though they do have an execute item that would make it convenient and easy. Maybe for the added challenge. Alright, so who is really hurt? Wasted, you're fine. Carpo, up in there. Jordan, you're more or less fine. Just light scratches. There's nothing. No one's really... Oh, Knave. Let's get you a little healing. Queen, you're okay. But you need to patch other people up. Ray. You have a pretty beat up arm. Now, having weapons that are designed to murder animals does make this a little bit easier, but that's just coincidence. What are we even shooting right now? I think we're shooting them coming off the ramp here, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what Frenchie and Hella are even firing at, so I'm going to set them to passive. Just so they don't waste any more ammo. Frenchie's arm got pretty tuned up. Oh, here's a big old swarm, so let's attack all. And this is one of the real dangers of this zone, is you will constantly be under attack. So if you aren't able to recuperate quickly, you'll succumb to the swarms. Think Zerglings. Oh, wow. You are a bounty hunter. Okay, never mind. I thought it was someone else. I don't want to overextend, so I'm going to pull them all back and get them all patched up. Now, at some point, I just need to pull off the Band-Aid and assault the fortress here. The Bugmaster Fortress. But I'm not ready to do that just yet. I want to give some people a chance to heal up a tinge. While I stand in my field of dead spiders. Troller sauce. Who's really hurt? I feel like I'm having to figure out, the longer I wait, am I recovering or the opposite? Or am I becoming more injured? I think I'm recovering with time. Alright. Can I get everyone's attention here and focus? Before we go all the way in, let's take position. Okay, so here is the Bugmaster Tower. I'm trying to position it so that we aren't fighting inside. And there's blood spiders. Because, of course, why wouldn't there be? Looks like some bounty hunters are down here doing their bounty best to try to stay alive. They're no ally of mine, so I'm really not putting a lot of effort to keep them upright. Alright, Mr. Thor. So, on the second floor here, we've got Bugmaster. I know he doesn't look like much, but look at his stats. He is super stupidly scary. There's also a 100,000 bounty on his head, and he deserves it. Given that I have attack slots 3, this is not, and crossbow people, this is not going to be as difficult as it normally is. Because attack slots 3 allows me to swarm him in a way not really all that possible without attack slots. But since attack slots was voted for, you know, it's just the way it is. And I believe he has, what, a foreign saber? Wow, he really did go down like a rock. He has a foreign saber, which gives him a defensive bonus. Yes, it is a foreign saber. A Mato foreign saber. All right, Mr. Bugmaster, I'm going to take your blade, and I'm going to pick you up. Now the Shek have a huge bounty on his head because he is a very much wanted man. And I just nabbed him. I am going to head over to my makeshift bivouac, pack it up, and get the hell out of here before I lose people to the bugs. Come on, Carpo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Trade to thorns. Everybody follows Carpo. Carpo, beeline it out. Oh, you know what? Actually, there is a hell, I'm going to send you up real quick. There's a, she's fast. There's a little bit of a bounty. There's like some treasure up here that I ignored. It's just some basic cat. Oh, a bunch of teeth. So he's got a map that I already know. I thought he had. No, I guess I'm wrong. He just has teeth of people that he's murdered, like totally sane people do with their trophies. All right, Queen is the slowest, so we'll follow Queen. Hela should have no problem running by. Queen actually took some damage. She's not 100%. But now that I'm micromanaging her, she should be all right. Caravan, I'm sure I've long neglected you. You're just standing around. because I haven't really been able to pay attention to you. Let's get you going up the river. Swords, you're moving at 21, up from 18. You all are fed. Hands, we have Dakotist. It is, what, midnight-ish? Let's see if these shops have reset. Shop. Load. Load shop. There we go. Shop is not really loading right now. Yes. It did reset. I know most of this, but... Here we go. Yeah, my efforts to add some wind power really are having an effect in World's End. As you can see, the lights are on at night with very low wind. What else did I want to check in? Angel. Let's hope I don't crash jumping around like this. How's our... Ooh, our meat is looking good. And we're getting a little bit of cactus. Now that I'm not using cactus and green fruit for fuel, we should be able to... Phoenix should be able to get these all set up. These built slowly but surely. And they are. Somehow Jay has not yet oh, he's bugged. Alright, so there's building materials out on this island here, and Jay and Phoenix are trying to figure out how to get there and can't seem to do it. And that's why things aren't built. I was trying to figure that out. So I'm sending Jay manually. Actually, this would be phenomenal athletics training, because they're just pacing, trying to figure out how to get here. That's kind of funny. Alright, Jay has the building material. Good. I can feel the game running a little clunkier than usual. So let's be soft with how much zone loading I do. So here's the Armor King. Just like the trade sign that he's got. I mean, hey, when you make the best armor in the world, you probably don't have to advertise that hard. So maybe I shouldn't insult. So sleeveless dust coats, that's decent for martial artists, actually. Maybe I'll buy that for Talon. Or regular dust coats. Yes. The regular dust coat will be for Talon. And I also want one for... I want assassin rags for my assassin. Seiko, you've got ninja rags, so let's grab the assassin rags. Oh, this is not masterwork, but it's I'll buy the sleeveless back actually, just in case I need it. Oh no, we have assassin rags masterwork. Ooh, this is a really fruitful run here. I'm quite happy about this. Some iron hats that are specialist. I wonder if there's something better coverage for hivers. Hivers aren't able to wear all helmets. They're somewhat limited. There is also samurai armor that is masterwork, but I think I'm going to do without. And then we came to also make some money, so I'm going to sell my specialist armor. And shopkeeper no longer can afford anything, so let's buy the masterwork samurai armor for fun. Trading with Osgolo. Alright, so we have good armor for the people that really needed it back home. I am Armor King. Yes, you are. It's got to be a reference to like Ironman or something. Alright, let's get out of the floodlands. Let's get moving. You really should seek better accommodations. That is a pretty crummy little setup you got there. I don't think you're going to get a lot of customers living like that. All right, Queen. You are in... You're trying to climb out of Iraq. Singhili, you, what, are just really slow? You got stuck on something? Must have. How about we agree never to speak of the Bugmaster's treasure again? That would be a lot, and I think Queen just announced that. That would be the bucket of teeth that he had. Yeah, I think we can all agree to not speak of that. His bucket of teeth. So the iron hats that I just bought are going to replace... they have a head coverage of 70%. They're going to start replacing these Ashland goggles. These Ashland goggles do protect from dust storms and acid and have slightly higher coverage, but they have terrible resistance. As you can see here, a blunt resistance of 2%. It's basically like you're not wearing a helmet if you get hit on the head, especially by a big guy like a Lost Howler. That's just death. Whereas at least this one has a 51% up from 2%. Huge, huge difference. Yes, 3 out of every 10 hits will get through the hat, but that's a lot better than basically 10 out of 10 hits of blunt getting through the hat. I'm actually surprised, I hate to say it, that my crossbow men and women, or male hivers and female hivers, have not been more obliterated by blunt. So here is the last stand. This is one of the Shek cities. Not one of particular note. There's really not much here. I'm headed over to their capital. But they're all clapping for me because Bugmaster has been a mortal enemy. Despite looking human, he's like hundreds of years old or something like that. And he's been an enemy of the Shek for all that time. And the fact that I am bringing him to justice, so to speak, is what they're all celebrating. Queen, did you really just run into the rocks to get thorns stuck and then walk away? That's funny. All right, thorns, you're getting picked up. Frenchie, pick up Red Rain. Okay, so those are all, they're all, my bone dogs are all carried now. Beautiful camera work, huh? Oh, yes. So I'm very eager to bring him to justice. This is everyone? Yep. Heading all the way to Admeg. I'm almost out of time for this episode, but I would like to turn him in and turn him over before the end of this episode. Oh, Western Hive Caravan. You might not realize it, Western Hive, but you're on my short list of wars. So heading over to Admeg, you get... This is where the faction leader is, and the heir to the faction leader as well. Seeing these get built is kind of nice. And Queen, having carried Bugmaster the whole way, is going to go talk to the Stone Golem, Asada. Where is she? Alright, so here's Benyon. He's sort of the diplomat, but I think I actually really do talk to him and not Asada. So the Shek are somewhat grumbling of outsiders, of non-Shek, for a long, long, long time, until you capture either Phoenix or Bugmaster. Phoenix is the leader of the Holy Nation, or Bugmaster. So I'm going to hand him over. I'm going to say I enjoyed the challenge. And in doing so, if we check out my faction, let's go over to the Shek. 84 out of 100. I'm allied with them, officially. So if I take a look at the world here, you can see... I guess the Shek haven't taken over Bad Teeth yet. But, yeah, we've done it. We've allied the Shek. Bugmaster is now locked up in a very flimsy cage. Don't let him out. And then let's talk to Asada. She's the leader. You did what no Shek ever could. Bugmaster is finally defeated by your sword. Reverence. To the Shek, you are no longer an outsider. You are our kin. I name you a warrior of Crawl, an honorary invincible. The 5 invincibles are what they call, like, their honor guard. Queen the Battleborn. That is my new nickname. I like it. And then down here, they are all going to hoot and holler, celebrating my ascension. The Holy Nation hate this because they're at war with the Shek, which is exactly why I'm actually allying the Shek. So my reputation yet climbs once again. So the Shinobi Thieves and the Shek, I am mucho rep. Flotsam and Crab Raiders as well. When you do ally the Shek, you get the opportunity to take Seto, the daughter of the leader of the Shek, but she's a Shek, so we're not going to be doing that. So sorry, Seto. She's pretty cool, but, you know, dismiss. Well met, Queen. Sorry, Seto. So Seto has a bounty on her head with the Holy Nation. And there you have it. That is about it for this episode, guys. The downfall of the Bugmaster. If you have any suggestions, tips, tricks, anything like that, feedback, questions, etc. for me, drop me a line. I do hope that you tune in next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios all.